Hey, what's up, team? This is Eddie Gray. Welcome to the channel, The Modern Creative, where we help you become a better producer. And today we are talking about Sonnox Oxford plugins. Why are we talking about these plugins? Look, I've been mixing for 10 years now. I've been chasing that professional polish sound. And in that process of chasing, honestly, I felt like I was wrestling with mud quite a lot of the time, never really getting the clarity and the power that I craved. That's when I discovered the Oxford Suite. These plugins are not just tools, they're kind of like Jedi mind tricks for audio. The Oxford EQ especially, it is incredible. It EQs with just such surgical precision. I like to call it the EQ that can do no wrong. Now, just a quick heads up, I created a course for a company called Streamworks Audio, and if you want to check out the deep dive that I've done for these plugins, you can go ahead and do that. I talk about their transmod plugin, the drum gate, the Oxford limiter. I show you a bunch of little tricks that are going to really help you elevate your sound. Music production is a journey, and sometimes you're going to need help along that journey. So I highly recommend these plugins if you really want to take your game to the next level. So let's go ahead and check out video 1 of the series. And if you want to support the channel, go ahead and purchase this course from streamworksaudio.com. All right, on to video 1. Hey, what's up, team? Eddie Gray here with Streamworks Audio. We're going to be talking about Oxford EQ. This is another one of those plugins that I just feel is fundamental, like every producer should have it. Now, it's not known for this, but I call Oxford EQ the EQ that can do no wrong. I think you're going to hear why I say that in a second, and I'm not trying to exaggerate. I just think that each one of these EQs has its own feel. Sometimes when I want to go aggressive, I'll grab this one. Sometimes if I want to go more chill, I'll grab this one. But let's just talk about the interface a little bit, and then I'm going to give you some real-world examples of how I actually use it in one of my songs. So I'm not sure how I first heard about this plugin, but I remember reading something on a thread where people were just talking about how pleasurable it was to use this and how they could hear all this analog goodness, and I was like, all right, gotta try it myself, right? And as soon as I touched it, I knew it was definitely the kind of plugin that I needed in my back pocket for all of my various productions. Let me play you a quick sample of what this sounds like before and after. Here's before. Now this is just on the bass guitar, just a heads up. So I hope you're listening with good headphones or good speakers. All of a sudden, this unbelievable warmth just came into the picture, and it just rounded out that whole experience. So this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. And quite honestly, when I was creating this curve, I was just kind of messing around, right? Just like a kid painting with no regard to perfection or what have you, just trying to make it sound as good as I could. Pretty basic setup here. My favorite thing about the plugin are the different types, so I'll go over those in a second. But just for now, you've got the typical things that you should expect, right? Low end, you've got high cut here, different bands to help navigate the EQ spectrum. You've got an A and a B option just to try out different things. And I'm telling you, sometimes I'll use this plugin. I try out a completely different curve as I did here, and I like it. It's just kind of like, potato, potato. So let's take a listen to the second curve that I created here. Yeah, quite seriously, I like both of those a lot. Something that I also like is the trim knob. I think this is imperative when using an EQ. Obviously, if I'm boosting, I'm adding volume to the signal, and so you're going to need a way to backtrack that sometimes. as promised, my favorite feature, the different types. This right here is just a great way to just experiment. So I'm trying out this curve, and we got 4 different types, okay? And I basically jotted down what they all do and how they work. So the first is classic hard, second is resonance control, third, which is my go-to for bass, is classic soft. And then when I'm making mastering decisions and I'm really trying to reference another track and I'm really trying to get them to, to sound the same, comparing apples to apples, then I want to use type 4. But for now, type 3, that's what I'm looking for. That's going to give me that warmth. Check it out. Let me go ahead and experiment real quick, because I don't think you guys are getting me. Like, I could do all sorts of stuff and it's just going to sound great either way. Check it out. See, like, that's another bass sound right there. That's like another bass world right there. Completely different from the first thing that I had, but still works, still sounds interesting. Again, you can kind of see why I like this plug. And again, I'm not a fan of the actual bass recording. I don't think it was recorded necessarily well or anything. It just sounds like a regular bass. But this right here just makes it special. Let's go to the next curve here, and I'll experiment a little bit more. Alright, so we'll take off some of the top end here. Let's go up to, I don't know, 10K. We'll make this like a really warm, round analog sound. Alright, so this band is off, and if you have drag handles enabled, you can just basically grab the EQ node and this is just going to start working. So let me cut off just the stuff that will sit kind of in the mid-range where like the vocals live. Here we go. Alright, and just for kicks, let's get away from type 3 and let's go to hard, type 1. Alright, let's play this without Oxford EQ. It's on the bass. Here we go. I'm telling you, man, this really is Oxford EQ magic. Producer's job can never be underestimated. I know a lot of us produce nowadays, and that's great, right? We all have different styles, we all have different tendencies, but when you need an EQ to do something in a subtle fashion, I think this is the one that I'm going to go to. I love it, I've been using it a lot, and I plan on using it quite a bit. So anyhow, I hope you liked the video. Oxford EQ, definitely a savage EQ. Let me know what you think about it, and we're going to keep talking about Sonnox plugins here, so let's keep this trend going. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you later.